adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father. You had a father. You are not an orphan. Some of us get this hang up, you know, we become orphans. Our parents are dead and gone. I'm left alone. I'm an orphan. No, you're not. Because you have the Spirit to cry, Abba, Father. You and I have a Father who will not disappoint us. I'd be safe to say that most of your fathers was natural fathers was like my natural father and disappointed us and left us and went his very way while we struggled to get through whatever it was that we were going to face. But now, since we have a new Spirit, we have a new Father, and His name is Abba, and we can cry, Abba, Father, you will never leave me nor forsake me. Isn't that what you have someone now? The Word speaks of it as the Paraclete, or the one who pleads our cause, the Comforter. And Jesus said, I go away that the Comforter would come. And when He has come, He will lead you into all truth. And He comes along beside us, takes up that position, and He says to you, I will never leave you nor forsake you. And we need to hear Him say, I don't care how bad it gets for you, I will never leave you. Through the good times, the bad times, the sick times, the well times, through the prosperity, through the poverty, I'm never going to leave you. I'm here to stay. Oh, saints, how we need to get a hold of that and say, that's the way I want to be like. I want to be like Him that says, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. We have this great controversy. Well, it's controversy to me, probably not for other pastors. But the common thing is when someone does something in the church drastically wrong, causing problems, most churches say, you should just throw them out, disfellowship them, throw them out, don't have anything to do with them. How can we do that? Instead of throwing them out, we need to say, you know what, come a little closer here. Get a little closer to the Comforter. Get a little closer to the Abba Father. And He will show you the error of your ways and you can repent. But how will they ever repent if we throw them out? It's kind of like, well, we throw out all the drunks and all the drug addicts and all the prostitutes and throw out everybody that's not perfect. We'd have an empty church. Sad to say. You would come to an empty church because you'd have to throw me out. Because I'm not perfect. But I'm striving for it. I'm wrestling. I meet these demands. And I say, okay, God, I'm not going to run anymore. How many of you just get tired of running? You have to get that place and say, I ain't going to run no more. Threaten me all you want, do with me what you want, I ain't running. I'm staying. Get out your jackknife and carve your name on the back of the pew. So everybody knows that's your pew. That's mine right there, and I'm going to come and I'm going to sit in it. I don't care what everybody else says. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. The Spirit of God bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. You're not You're not a son of God because somebody comes and puts their hands on you and says, okay, now you're a son of God. No, your spirit has to bear witness to that. And I'm here to say that a lot of times empty hands have God laid on empty heads. And it hasn't done a whit of good. Because it's the Spirit in us. And I tell you what, people can say what they want, but I know that I'm a son of God. I know I am. I know that was settled long ago. In my life, many years ago, I settled that, and I said, now, whatever it takes, I'm going to stay, and I'm going to do what God wants me to do. Verse 17, and if children, then heirs, heirs of God, and joint heirs with Christ. If so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. I'm an heir of God, and a joint heir with Christ. Hallelujah. For I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God. That word creature, in its original intent of its meaning, was the original creation in its fallen state, is waiting for you to manifest yourself as the Son of God. That means all humanity out there, all those that we call wicked and sinners and lost and dying, that's the original creation in its fallen state that is waiting for you and me to manifest God in our lives so that they can find their way home. And you're the only light in their darkness. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who has subjected the same in both. Because the creature itself shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of God. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain until now. And it's still out there growing and moaning in its state, waiting for you and me to stand up and manifest Christ. And the love of God, and the spiritual things, and the spiritual ways, and the spiritual man. The world's waiting for you and me to take our place. Not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves grown within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our body. We're waiting. But I tell you what, we've got something to do while we wait. We've heard down through history how at different periods of time people had the expectation, and some preachers was preaching it, that the Lord is coming. Sell your homes and all your stuff, and we'll go out on this mountain, and the Lord's coming, and we'll be there when He comes. And the people did that, and the Lord didn't come. They're still out there waiting, I guess. That's not the way it works. But did you know that the early church, the church in Corinth, had the same